Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But you look at this defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now Charles is number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Throwing to start the drive. McClure. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. They run the counter. Childers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. McClure. In trouble, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Let's go. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
Taken down at the 42. But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert.
And it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating?
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's brought down.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. McClure. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Stays on his feet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
.47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here.
Throwing to start the drive. McClure can't get away, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Flush to his right. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
37 yards on the punt with no return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run on 1st down. Childers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Childers. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
11 yards on the pickup there.
1st down, Toronto.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Fires quickly to White. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw.
McClure.
Looking middle, and that's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Back to throw. McClure. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
And they'll try again here. 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Herbert now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Every now and then you have some volleyball training. Comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Adams.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy. Take a look here, and we'll step aside. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Nico Collins from 10 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of the...
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Throwing to start the drive.
McClure. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Back to throw. McClure. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Looking to throw. McClure. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Back to throw. McClure. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, McClure. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll go down at the 28. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got White here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carney. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you. And
touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this 3rd quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here's 3rd and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He may go.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Herbert.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert. Right back to Njoku.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Justin Herbert sacked.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
They'll take over. First down and
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Up the middle they go. Carney. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McClure over the middle. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
second and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Carney. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, Carney. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Pulled in at the 24. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Herbert working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. He's got Njoku over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the 50, here's Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on now is the punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Over the middle, complete. It's White. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Carney. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Back to throw now on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
This 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's complete to Adams. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. from the gun on third down.
McClure, and he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
Now a handoff up the middle. Childers.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Toronto,
they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the home team here,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.